It's Sunday morning. Oh, I'm sorry, Hudson. Daddy scared you when he said that, didn't he? She's kind of dozing off. I'm getting ready to make her food, but first I gotta clean the kitchen. I left some dishes from yesterday. In fact, we didn't post yesterday. I spent almost the whole day working on a video and then playing with the kids, and then we just enjoyed the evening together and watching the subscriber count go up. We gained more than 100 subscribers in one day. You guys are incredible. A lot of you have requested to see how I make Hudson's food. What kind of food does she eat? How does that whole thing go? So I think I'm gonna start today, I'm gonna start today with doing those dishes, but then I'm going to show you how I make her food. And then in a little bit, Rachel is going to be coming by to pick up Brody and go home, but I'm a little worried about their trip because a crazy amount of snow has come overnight. All the roads were cleared, finally, it seemed, yesterday, and now a fresh blanket of snow. I'm worried about their hour drive home. I'm wondering if they get here and should hang out for a little bit before they attempt to make the drive. That'll probably be fine. It's almost all highway, and highways always get cleared first. All right, got all my dishes done. And I was getting ready to make Hudson's food. Now she gets chicken, which we just boil chicken breasts, and then canola oil, but she needs 63 grams. And there's only like 46, 47 grams. So I've got to go out to the freezer, get some chicken breasts, and boil those before I can make her food. So we're going to be a little bit behind this morning. Chicken breasts, 4 in a pack, but we do 3 at a time. If I do 4, the chicken gets really dry before we use it all, so it's kind of a sweet spot between using up the chicken in the right amount of time or having to boil chicken every single day. So we do 3 breasts, which lasts us about 4 days. We almost always use the same pan. I mean, I use it for sauces and stuff sometimes, but for the most part, it's just my chicken boiling pan. Straight water, don't add any salt, don't add any seasonings. She's not going to be tasting the food. It just goes straight into her stomach. And while it's boiling, I peel open the chicken. Now, since I only want 3 of these, cut one out, stick it in the freezer, and then when we've done this 3 times, then we've got a 4th 3, or when we've done this 2 times, we have a 4th 3-pack. I always do this over the sink because if you're dealing with raw chicken, for anyone who doesn't know, you need to wash your hands immediately after and everything that it touches so they don't get sick. Raw chicken is bad, bad, bad. Bad news. Once they boil, they're gonna boil for about 20 minutes and then we'll make the food. Okay, I think the chicken's done. What I usually do is, drop that back in there. I'm gonna need this a little closer. Just to make sure that it's done, I take one out, I drop it on my chopping board here, and cut it in half in the thickest part, and look at the inside, and it's done. So get the other ones out. So I get out the blender, bottom, turn on the scale, then we take, and then I need to use up the old first. Now I normally take them out piece by piece, but I already know this is coming up short, so I'm just dumping the whole thing in here. 50. Too much. Pull that out. That was 66. We need 63. 59. Hot. 61. 63. The rest of this will go back in this dish. Well, in a new dish anyway. So now that we've got 63 grams of boiled chicken, I get out our canola oil. We actually just keep reusing this bottle, but I buy it in big bottles. It's just, this is a lot easier to use. That's why it's all dented, but the dents make it so you can hold it easier, because the bottle it gets a little oily and it'll slip out of your hands, so I keep those dents in it so we can grip it easy. So then we reset to 0. Now with the oil, you gotta go kind of slow because it will jump up on you really quick. 58, 61, 67. And when we get down to the last little bit, I bought this little condiment bottle, and it allows me to just precisely drip oil in here. 68, 70. Timer went off on my phone, so I'm not sure if we got all that. 71 grams of oil in there, of canola oil. So it's just chicken breast and canola oil for the main food ingredients. And then she gets, it's a salt substitute, so she gets half a teaspoon of that. Then we get out, she gets 1 pill every other day, so we just do a half pill every day. So half pill, 2 phosphorus, which we get at the pharmacy, and then 2 calcium. And I just add some water to it. It doesn't have to be a precise amount. I'm just so used to it, I know approximately what to add. It's just some hot water that helps the emulsification, is that the right word? For the oil and all that to, it's just water. Then, screw on the top, lock it down. Okay, now that it's done, I pull it off, hit it so some of it drops down, and then I go back to the sink, add a little more water. And I try to open it over the sink because there's a little bit of pressure buildup, so a little bit of that kind of sprays out. Okay, now that that's done, let me put this away. While I'm in this cabinet, I get out one of these little Rubbermaid dishes, set it down. Let me get a new one out for that chicken while I'm in here. Plus lid. Alright, chicken in the jar. Dump it in there. Then we go back to the sink for a little bit of water. Really just a splash, but it allows me to get all the rest of the chicken rinsed off. And that's Hudson's food for the day. I gotta give it to her. I was gonna put it away, but I need to give it to her, so. And you guys have seen that plenty of times. You've seen me feed her in almost half of the videos I make. But she's G-tube fed, syringe, hose, squirt it in, and I gotta give her meds with it. So, but this is literally her food for the whole day. So if we go, say, to Casey's parents for the weekend, I'll make 3 of these ahead of time, and we just bring them with us, and I label them 1, 2, and 3, and we know what days to give them to her. Instead of having to take the blender and all the stuff with us, I just pre-batch it, and we take these little containers with us, and she's got her food. But this is literally what she eats every day. No change in her diet. The only time there's a change is when we go in for every 6 months for a neuro appointment along with the nutritionist, and they look at how much weight she's gained or lost, or then they decide whether to change the ratio or change the amount. So for the last year, a little more than a year, she's been on 63 grams of chicken and 71 grams of oil. All right, let me get her fed, and let's see what else happens today.